Hey, everybody. I'm here with Tiffany Wainwright, who's a professor of fashion. Hey, Tiffany, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. So I've been seeing all these things about giant threads, and I wonder if before we start, we could just take a sec to tell us about that.
I would love to. I'd love for everyone to spread the word on campus because, and all three campuses, we have this amazing trailer that we got from the Hanford campus. It was for the police academy, and they hadn't been using it for many years. It was dilapidated. It had the toilet still in there. And Kristen Robinson had a great idea. Hey, do you want this trailer? Because we couldn't ever find a space for giant threads. And we both were like, yes, it'll be mobile. So it really was an amazing collaboration with she and I. And I have an amazing cabinet maker that saw my vision. And I said, I want this to look like a beautiful boutique. I want students to come in and feel like they're shopping in a real boutique. And so I feel like we have accomplished that. So if you haven't seen it, stop by. I doesn't matter what I'm doing. I will stop and open up the trailer and let you see. He did an amazing job inside. And so we can provide professional clothing for all of our students, any size. I've had a few students that have come that we didn't quite have the right size. So we went out the next day and purchased the items that they needed. So we have petites, we have plus size. We pretty much have covered everything in there. And if we haven't been able to cover it, then we get it the next day for them. So I'm really excited to be able to provide professional clothing. I think it's a huge need. We're trying to get these students through our programs and certificates, and we want them to go into the workforce, but they don't have the clothing when they try to get those jobs or internships. So I really am excited to give these students clothing. It's very simple. They can go to career services and meet with them and talk about the resume, work on interview skills. And once they meet with them, they are eligible to come and get an outfit from us. And it's been really rewarding. Michelle Gilbert, who's another fashion instructor here, she and I, it's amazing. We've had students hug us. They've cried. Like they can't believe that they're getting this brand new outfit and it's theirs to keep. So it's been wonderful, but I'd love for everyone on campus to know how to advise their students to get an outfit if they need it. And if there's a need and they don't have time to go to career services, they can email me and I'm happy to help them. And that's happened in several occasions.
That's wonderful. So let's start with the questions.
All right.
What is your favorite streaming or TV series?
Oh, gosh, I have a lot, I have to tell you. Emily in Paris, if I'm thinking like just myself by myself, I'm watching Emily in Paris. I love it. It's a soap opera and her clothes are amazing. So that's my favorite by myself. But my husband and I are watching Yellowstone, and that is so different, but it's still a totally crazy. And I love the clothing too for that one. It's very different, but that's a kind of a fun drama that we're watching together.
Fun. What's the main reason you chose teaching?
Well, I didn't choose it. It fell into my lap. I come from a long line of teachers. My dad, who doesn't teach anymore, but he actually was a teacher. And then my mom went back to school when I started high school and got her teaching credential, and that was the love of her life. Most of my cousins are teachers. My sister's a teacher. My sister-in-law's a teacher. And that was one thing when I went away to school. I'm the firstborn, and I went in and said, I'm going to Cal State Long Beach in the fashion program. My parents about died because they're very practical. And they said, no, you have to be a teacher. And I said, I will not be a teacher. I can't sit in a classroom for 8 hours teaching the same thing year after year. And then after several years and having my first child, I moved back to Visalia. And my best friend who works here said, they're hiring for a fashion position. You need to come and apply. And I said, no way, I'm not teaching. She said, yes, you are. You're going to, and you're going to interview. So, begrudgingly, I got my PowerPoint ready and figured out what I was going to do. And I interviewed and I got the job on the spot. And that was after I had my last child, and he was, he was 2. And so they said, well, we want you for next year. So I was like, okay, maybe I can figure this out. So this is my 14th year teaching, and I absolutely love teaching. I love this age group. Like, this is my favorite. So
Yeah.
it's been one of those things I fell into. I wouldn't have thought that I wanted to do this, but because it's in fashion, it's really exciting.
That's great. And what courses do you teach?
I teach all the fashion merchandising courses. So lots of different courses we offer, but some are like intro to the fashion industry. We have a careers class. It's on all the people always think of like, let's see, there's a fashion designer and a fashion stylist. And I'm like, no, there's hundreds and hundreds of careers in fashion. And so we have a whole class that talks about all the different avenues in the fashion industry. I have textiles. That's a really popular one. And then we have fashion and promotion, and intro to culture talks about why we dress the way we do and why different cultures dress the way they do. Talk about religion, genders. So those are some of the classes that I teach. And then I have 2 field trip classes that are really popular. In the fall, we take them to the Mart in California. So it's where all of the vendors are and all of the buyers go to purchase their items. And then I have a new field trip class in the spring, and we're going to be going to 2 costume companies to see how they make costumes. So yeah, lots of fun.
What's your proudest non-teaching accomplishment?
Probably my 4 kids. I have a 25-year-old. I have twins that are 21, and I have a 17-year-old, 3 boys and 1 girl. My oldest just graduated from law school. My twins are going to graduate next fall, and one wants to be a teacher. One wants to go into counseling, and then my son is a junior in high school. And I'll say that's my amazing accomplishment. We have a really close family, and we do lots of things together.
Nice. What's something most people don't know about your past?
I'm a pretty open book. As you can see, I like to talk. So I'm not sure what that would be. I don't know.
Maybe the answer is we know.
You know me.
What's your watch it 1,000 times movie?
Probably The Notebook or Grease, the original Grease.
Nice.
I love musicals.
What's one piece of advice for your students?
Lots of advice, but I think not giving up and continually working hard. Not everyone can be perfect. Not everyone can be the smartest. And I think that's something, you learn being a parent also. But don't give up, keep trying, keep working hard, and eventually you will get to that end goal.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any pets?
I have 3 dogs, and they're the love of our lives. We have 3 dachshunds. Yeah, and they're just like my children. So
on Sunday, would you rather hike a mountain or kill zombies?
Oh, neither one. Absolutely not. I'd rather be sitting home with my family watching something or out shopping with my friends.
Okay. What's a favorite recent teaching moment?
Well, last week, this is like, I was with my class. I have one of the best classes this semester. I was just thinking about that this morning while I was getting ready. I have this one morning class that I'm like, I love all of them. They're just a great class. It's one of my best. And I said, get out a piece of paper. I usually do this anonymous, but I feel really close to them. And I said, tell me like the best parts of this class that I can help the next year's class, and tell me the things that you don't want me to do next year that weren't very helpful. And man, I had some amazing responses and paragraphs. Usually they just scribble something and they're done. So I think that because I felt like they really had a connection to me, they all wrote something and had some really nice things to say and helpful things. They brought up a few points. I had tried some new things this semester because I've been teaching this 140 class, for 14 years. And so it was nice to see, the couple of things that I tried new this semester, they actually liked and pointed out.
Mhm. Where do you like to go for a long weekend?
To visit my kids. We're going this weekend. So they're in Southern California going to school. So wherever they are, I like to go and visit.
Are you more of a do it now or a wait until the last minute person?
Unfortunately, I'm a do it now. I have lists everywhere. I am kind of anal about that. People are like, you're running back and forth. And I like to multitask. So I do things now in the moment and get them done.
What's another career you'd pursue?
Oh, something in the fashion industry. I used to be a retail manager and then I ran a few stores. So kind of an assistant district manager. Probably wouldn't go back to that just because of the time and you don't have any days off really. So I'd probably like to go into something working in a fashion company, either training. I love training, so I wouldn't mind doing some training for a larger company, or maybe something in marketing. I can sell anything. That's why I think I love Giant Threads. I'm not selling, but I kind of sold it to the school and got it going, and I'm always up for anything like that.
What's your favorite anxiety reliever?
Shopping.
What's one inanimate object you'd take to a desert island?
Oh, gosh, that's a hard one. I don't know. It's a hard one to come up with.
What's your favorite thing about your job?
All the people that I work with. I love my students, but we have the best division. I know everyone probably says that, but I have such support. Every time I come in, we all talk, we all ask about our families, we are supportive. I love walking into my office. Everyone's here and everyone's so supportive.
Yay. Is your office decor minimalist or maximalist?
I would say maximalist. Do you want me to show you with my camera?
Let's see.
Okay. So I've got a lot of fashion stuff up here. Breakfast at Tiffany's is kind of my theme, black and turquoise. I've got some fun.
Nice.
Going on here. And then my grandma, she died when she was like 2 years ago. She was a fashionista. These are her purses, some of her purses that she used to carry. So
I love it.
Kind of fun. Yeah. Bring a little bit of her into my office.
What's the biggest obstacle you would remove for students if you could?
I think registration is I do a lot of dual enrollment, but I think registration, those first time students coming to college, I get very frustrated because it takes them several steps to be able to get enrolled in a class. And I think that's hard. And then just not being able to get a class is frustrating. So, and it's hard to get those answers, and it's, to go ask them to see a counselor and go every semester and make sure that they've got everything organized, they know what they need to take, is sometimes hard, especially this generation that they don't like to do anything face to face. So,
yes.
Yeah.
What's the best thing about being a Costa member?
I think just the support. Like, I know if I ever have trouble, and I have had issues where I've had to go and ask for help, that they're there and they're very understanding and helpful. And if they can't answer it, they'll figure it out and get back to me. So, and I like that we have meetings and we all talk, and, we can trust that when we are on, a Zoom together, we're face to face, that people are, listening and confidential.
All right, that's it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for interviewing me. It was so nice to see you.